6 months living in a Toys R Us. And this guy didn't play one video game? Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest film from Derek C. in France, Roofman. But before we get started, please leave a like, and at the end of the review, if you think I've earned it, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I post. Now on to the review. Set in 2004, which was 21 years ago in case that existential crisis hasn't hit you yet, Roofman tells the mostly true story of Jeffrey Manchester, played here by Channing Tatum.
My name is Jeff.
Back in the early 2000s, Manchester was arrested after robbing 45 McDonald's restaurants by breaking in through the roof, hence the name Roofman. He never hurt anyone, never used a gun, and claimed he was all doing it just to give his family a better life. Apparently. Anyway, he gets caught, arrested, thrown in prison, but he doesn't get very far into his sentence before performing a daring escape and hiding out in a Toys R Us. My man could have gone anywhere, but he decided to bunk up with Jeffrey the Giraffe. So now he's living secretly in the store, eating pounds of peanut M&Ms, washing himself in the sink, and passing the nights by playing with as many toys as he wants. But eventually, he starts a romance up with Toys R Us employee Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst. But of course, the big question, how the hell is he going to keep this up before the police find him? Let me just say it off the bat, this might be one of Channing Tatum's best performances of his entire career. We've seen him do action in White House Down, drama in Foxcatcher, a surprisingly effective comedic turn in the Jump Street movies. He's even done heartfelt indies like Dog. But here, he hits a balance that feels completely new for Tatum. Smart, sympathetic, funny, and deeply human all at once. As Jeffrey Manchester, Tatum gives a performance that's just as layered as it is grounded. He's charming, yes, but he's also deeply sad, and you can feel that every time he looks at the world around him. The same world that basically left him behind. The setup helps too. After years of military service with nothing to show for it, and an awful wife who only really shows him love whenever there's money involved, kinda makes sense that he snapped. The only person that really sees him is his best friend and former squad mate Steve, played by Lakeith Stanfield. And man, Stanfield is great here, playing a slightly more cynical, sharp-edged guy than I'm used to him playing, but still full of his natural charisma. The chemistry between him and Tatum really feel like best friends that have been best friends for years. That's all just in the first 15 minutes, by the way. A tight, emotional prologue that locks you into both Jeffrey's mindset and the movie's tone. Now, when you hear the story, you might expect a high-energy heist flick. Robberies, cops, chases, the works. But this isn't Heat. Instead, Sion France turns Roofman into sort of a bittersweet, slice-of-life drama about connection, redemption, and the weird, lonely beauty of getting lost someplace familiar. And that's exactly what this director does best. From Blue Valentine to The Place Beyond the Pines, his movies always feel so grounded and lived in. Visually, Roofman absolutely nails that too. The muted colors, the handheld cinematography, the subtle grain that makes everything feel like a home video. It's shot in a way that makes you feel like you're sneaking around that Toys R Us right beside Jeffrey. And speaking of the store, seeing that fully stocked Toys R Us was like stepping into a time machine. From the GameCube boxes to the Nerf blasters, everything just screams 2004. Apparently, the crew found one of the last standing Toys R Us's in the US and completely remodeled it to look era accurate to the 2000s. Truckloads of toys, displays, signage, the whole nostalgic package. And as someone who grew up in that time, that hit me right in the childhood. So yeah, between the grounded cinematography, the authentic production design, and Tatum giving the performance of his career, I was hooked. And the pacing, pretty solid. Sion France gives every moment space to breathe, balancing the humor and tension perfectly. And the few slower stretches the movie has, though they felt like a bit of a slog to get through, do make the emotional payoffs hit even harder. The supporting cast is killer here too. Peter Dinklage is a greedy, control freak jerk of a manager named Mitch. Emery Cohen as the shy store clerk that just takes so much abuse from Mitch. And Kirsten Dunst as Lee, the woman who unknowingly becomes Jeffrey's heart and anchor. Dunst is just phenomenal here. She brings this mix of strength and sweetness that feels completely natural, and her chemistry with Tatum is just electric. Their dynamic feels like something out of a lost 2000s romance, full of genuine heart and a bit of awkward charm where it counts. And once Jeffrey starts spending time with Lee and her daughters, the movie really shines. It stops being about survival and a slice of life of a guy hiding out in a Toys R Us and starts being about belonging. These themes are warm, funny, deeply human, helped by the pacing and the natural dialogue that help every small moment here matter. Of course, it's not all sunshine and toy aisles. The third act slows things down a lot, but once the emotion hits, it hits. I felt mad, sad, anxious, hopeful, sometimes all at once. It's a roller coaster of small human moments that build into something way bigger. And without spoiling it, the ending works perfectly with the film's bittersweet tone, even if it cuts out a little quicker than I wanted. Overall, this is a grounded, heartfelt, quietly funny slice of life story that mixes redemption with nostalgia and loneliness with love. It's not flashy or explosive, it's human, and sometimes that can be more powerful than any heist. And that's my review of Roofman. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, you know exactly what to do. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I post. While you're at it, you can scroll down in the description below, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw Roofman and what you thought. And if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. They'll take you to the latest episode of the horror movies that made me, Poltergeist, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you soon for my review of Black Phone 2.